Core TV News, expanding your view.
Hello, good morning and welcome to our studios again this very, very exciting morning. I'm a little angrier, but I think we'll make do with the mothers in the studios this morning. Our guests on Core Digest this morning are all mothers, 3 of them. And they're here to talk about the abducted girls as the search continues. The international community have now taken on board the search for these girls. Special forces are coming to Nigeria or already on ground, equipment, men, all of this coming. Our women have been in the vanguard. We must find these girls. Well, let me introduce our guest to you, Funmi Komolafe, public affairs commentator, Laila St. Matthew Daniel, life coach, and mother for women of fighting abused wives and mothers and children being thrown all of it. And Amy Oyekunle. Ladies, you're welcome to our studios.
Thank you. It's my pleasure.
Thank you.
Interesting. It's a long time I've been in company of so much mothers, so many women in the studios, mothers to start with. I hear the price of pepper and tomatoes have gone up.
Really? I wouldn't know, really.
The price of pepper and tomatoes have gone up. And the first thing I said I was going to do, I'm going on hunger strike. No more tomatoes in my cooking.
That would be very good for you.
I think it's seasonal.
It's seasonal?
Yes.
Is that a problem?
It's seasonal.
During
when we have the rainy season, the
Uh-huh.
price,
Shoots up.
you have fewer products coming from the markets. So generally the prices tend to go up at this time of the year. But it may have been compounded by the security challenges we have in some parts of the northern part of the country.
Because a lot of it comes from Jos.
This pepper and tomatoes?
Especially
tomatoes, pepper, it comes from that area. It's always been that way.
But surprisingly, it's when the rain comes that harvest is expected, is it not?
Well,
it depends. Of course, they have to transport it all the way. And many times, on the road, the roads are not really good. Sometimes it takes 3 days before it comes. So
are you sure it's got nothing to do with what we're talking about?
It a little bit does, because I lived in the north for the better part of my young years, and we know that most of the time we got all our vegetables from Jos. And just had nice cabbage, carrots, and things like that. The organization I work with, we used to go to Jos to do training, and many times when we go there, in the last 3 years, we find these vegetables just kept, on one pile. Many times the traders don't come because they are scared. There's always something, killings, and they abandon it. So yes, it has a trickle effect on this kind of lifestyle.
So it is
on food.
It's coming down.
Security.
Yes. So it's a trickle effect.
Yes. I think I'm glad you brought it that way, because you see many people don't connect the dots or connect the people don't look at it logically. Oh, we just don't have tomatoes in the market. Okay, but there is a trickle effect. There is that kind of.
Leila, I'm going to begin with you. Yeah, you're going to say.
Even before tomatoes. In the last more than 4 months now, beans.
Beans,
yeah,
okay, which comes from there as well.
Beans come mainly from Maiduguri.
Maiduguri?
Yes.
Oh.
And that's the price has been up. Yeah. Maiduguri, and then dry fish.
So we are saying Boko is affecting us in Lagos.
Oh, definitely.
The problem, yes,
we're saying it does affect us.
It does affect us. Yeah. There's no way when something happens in one part of the country, it will affect the rest. That's what people don't understand.
Laila.
Yes.
The search continues. As a mother, 200 and number change girls are missing in the forest. And our mothers are saying, release them, oh, please, they can't do anything to them. And these girls are traumatized wherever they may be. I've been trying to sleep and thinking about my girls. I lived in a girls' hostel for a long time. Yeah. Because I have just women in my household.
Oh, okay.
And suddenly, I know I can't afford not to see my girls at home for this long. It's been 20 days
22 days.
22 days. Oh yes, was I thinking? Yes, excluding yesterday, because I stopped thinking, I stopped reading the news, I stopped listening.
Yeah, right, today's
About
23rd.
22, 23 days.
Today is the 23rd day.
And our children are not back.
Yeah.
Let's start with you.
Wow, you see, there's so many things that have gone wrong about this whole issue. Right from the beginning, that morning when it went viral, that 230 girls, the numbers kept changing, were missing. And I was traumatized because I'm a trauma and emotions therapist. And my mind just went viral as to what the girls were going through. And there was anger inside of me that what is the government going to do about this? So a couple of us quickly got together by phone and said, what are we going to do next? We need to do something next, because a couple of weeks before we had all come out under the banner Nigerian Women Mourn after the boys were slaughtered like as if they're slaughtering a ram.
Those are the Yaya.
The Buni.
Oh, the Buninyadi. Oh, okay.
Buninyadi.
Okay.
So it's March.
Okay.
March 6th. We
Yes,
came out. We
6th of
came out
March.
on the 6th of March, and we came out simultaneously everywhere. And that march actually was one of the things that broke the inhibition of coming out fully. People were a little bit apprehensive of coming out and speaking about Boko Haram. It was as if the fear of Boko Haram was the beginning of wisdom. But when we all came out, she was there, there was Abuja, all over, about Ekiti,
London.
Ibadan, London, Canada. We broke through. And what happens? A couple of weeks later, actually we got some response because there was a boldness. We were hearing about gallant military guys going forward, and people became very vocal. And then a couple of weeks later,
Boom.
this happens. And initially I just went, I was chilled, and I said, what's happening? So I dug a little bit. It had been going on for a while.
Remember
Indeed.
in February?
Yes, February was part of it, because they killed and they took about
girls,
25,
about 25 girls.
25 girls. And we kept asking.
It wasn't on the
where
media.
are the but the media was not carrying it, because the media too has its own role to play.
Yes,
in
we
all
got
of
to
this.
get our flags too. Right.
Yeah.
I know.
And-
You come in. Go on. We'll get our flags.
And then I now went back a little bit and discovered that it had been going on. They were going into homes and taking girls and throwing 1,000 naira down, bride price, and taking them away. And until when this thing happened, I was telling her, I said, it's like a rat coming into your home. When you do not do anything about it, suddenly you'll find it right in front of you, even dancing in front of you. In the morning too. And then, they became bolder.
Yeah.
I was chilled. I didn't know what to do. I didn't know how to handle it. And we kept hoping. And then we got together. And then the first outing was in Abuja. You understand? And then it went viral. This Ramamusli's Bring Back Our Girls. It just went viral, and everybody's doing it. And we were watching, what will the government do? What is happening? And we're helpless. You see, we cannot carry arms. We cannot decide to go into the Sambisa forest. Well, if we're all in unity with the men too, we can all advance to the Sambisa forest, but we kept hoping, what are we going to do? That's when we started saying we need the international community to come in now. Because when it is debt release, they are very happy to go looking for. So, as a mother, I just felt we've gotten to the point where we needed people who are used to insurgency and terrorist activities to come and assist us.
Funmi, we're in it. We're still searching.
Yeah.
You are the mother.
My concern, really, I have been thinking about this. How thick can the Sambisa forest be in the northern part
in the
of
Sahel
the country?
Mm-hmm.
We're not talking of southwest. We're not talking of southeast. And there's so much mystery around the Sambisa forest. This is a no-go area. I don't know why we have not been able to penetrate and see what is happening there. But talking about the assistance coming now, I think the blame should be put squarely on the shoulders, on the feet of the presidency. Because at the initial stage, when Boko Haram started its activities, killing, I remember that what a politician, a notable one, Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, was the first to tell the president that if you need help, say so, and let's ask for international help. But sometimes I don't know whether it's, I don't want to see it as self-pride, because you cannot claim to have self-pride when you are helpless. The truth is that the government should have made this offer long ago, before Boko Haram got to the stage where we are. And then there are people who think that if you allow foreign assistance, it's some form of colonialism. I beg to disagree. The truth is that you don't have the capability to manage this thing or control it. And then we should have asked for help. I mean, Britain hosted is it the Olympics recently?
Yes.
And there was not a single incident of bomb blast or anything. You know, they put in place all that was necessary to be put in. And I remember that a particular bus was driving into Britain, and the signals were picked that this particular bus had some explosives.
Yes.
And then they stopped it immediately and got rid of whatever was, the suspects were bringing into Britain. The truth is that we're helpless. The government is helpless. And the government should have asked for this assistance long ago. You know, since Boko Haram started killing, the attack on the Catholic Church, left and right, they went on. And like she said earlier, Boko Haram got emboldened because nothing is happening. It's very unfortunate, and we are hoping that with the international outcry and assistance that has been offered Nigeria, we should be moving close to the end of this whole saga.
Amy, you've lived in the north.
Yeah.
Wonderful. So have I.
I was a military brat.
A military brat. I'm a barrack boy. Mom, guess what? The president said it's the parents who were not cooperating enough. We got that. And it seemed like, how far do we expect these parents to cooperate with government so that they could recover these kids?
You know, when I heard that statement, I thought it was a bit callous. I thought it was a bit, sometimes one of the things that Nigerians, we lack is empathy. Oh, okay, they're killing, they know what they are doing. Parents have just lost their daughters under the most traumatic of circumstances. The girls were taken away. I have a 10-year-old girl, and I look at her every day. Since this happened, I hug my daughter a little bit more. Mom loves you. I beat them once in a while, but I still hug them. And and I wonder what they were going through as a parent. So they say that the parents were not cooperating. These parents have lived with this menace for the last, how many years? And contrary to what Funmi said, I do not think that Nigerians are helpless. I think you let yourself get to a point where you feel that you're helpless. After a while, you start believing you're helpless. So they've lived with it for such a long time. They've looked at it and they've seen that, whether it is from the Borno government, from the military, from the JTF, or from the presidency, there's no help coming. So let us, with our own small self, let us mind our business and keep to ourselves. So they've taken their children and they're telling them, bring their pictures, bring their this, bring their that, bring their names. First and foremost, I work in human rights, and we work under the belief that these children are minors. First of all, I felt that it was very odd that you were asking that they should bring their pictures.
You don't do that.
Because, quite frankly, it is not as if you would take a list to the Zambezi forest and say, oh, are you one of those kids? Is your name Hadiza? Okay, come, we're looking for you. No, is your name Mary? Go. I don't think so. What was the reason behind saying you wanted their pictures? But now I felt that it was inevitable. They would get the pictures anyway. But at that point in time, it was a mixture of they were denying that it happened. They didn't say it happened. It took them how many weeks for them to now start saying, bring their pictures. So these parents have said, 2 weeks, you people didn't say anything. All of a sudden you are. Meanwhile, Boko Haram is a clear and present danger in their lives. They live among them. They are there in their society. I give you my picture, they say, you are cooperating with them, and they'll kill them. And when this thing happened in February, we did some research and we called people. And this has been happening as far as 3 years ago, even longer. And what they do is 2 ways. So they say, the military, when they want to find out things, they pick up young people and they say, oh, are you Boko Haram? And if the people say no, they still take them and they torture them till they confess. That is on the side of the law enforcement.
Okay.
Then on the side of the Boko Haram people, they say, oh, here you are supporting the military against us. Okay, come here. And those ones don't ask questions. They kill you first before they ask any questions. So they are
asking
between
the dead body questions.
You know, they don't. You know, we don't want to know. So they are between the devil and the deep blue sea. Imagine if you were living in that kind of situation. What will you do? You will just carry yourself. If you can't run away, you will stay within yourself. So how can you say that they're not cooperating? It just goes to show that you did not take time to analyze the situation. You did not call psychologists. You did not call psychiatrists. You did not call people that are experts in this to say, look, Mr. President, we should. You don't hear when things happen like this in America or Obama, and they'll say, oh, Boston people, you are not cooperating. That's why this bomb happened.
You didn't do enough.
You don't do that. You first and foremost empathize with the situation and say, I understand. I am a parent and I know what it is like, but I'm begging you that whatever it is, we will find your daughters. Please, please, let us know how we can help you. Saying that is the same thing, isn't it? Only in a different way.
In a different way,
in a more
empathizing,
way. Come on. That is all.
My problem is even the elders within these communities, now that we've asked for the help of those who know better, are saying, no, 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 no. We may even be getting the situation a little worse.
True.
Because when the Americans come to the territory, when the British come to the territory, these are the people Boko Haram. These are the people who are harams. And now they are coming to look for these girls. Aren't we putting them in a little much more danger?
I don't think so. I don't think so. Because, you see, sometimes to be able to get to the root of a problem, there needs to be a scattering, kind of. Because one thing I've noticed is we're always negative. We always look for the negative side of a solution. It's not just the elders. I'm a social media activist, you understand? And quite a few people have said, are we not introducing, getting back into the colonial method whereby they gradually come in and do whatever they have to do.
No, in a situation of helplessness, what do you suspect?
I'm saying, why are we looking out there? We need to get these girls out. Every single day is a minus for these girls. That's if it's not even too late for half of them. It's a minus. This is a fantastic way of trafficking. Trafficking sex slaves, trafficking in children, trafficking in minor adults, because some of them are 18, you understand? So it's another way of giving a plus mark to child marriage. They've taken, some of them are 9. The last one, again, on Monday, 2 days ago, they took about 8 girls. They went in. 11, okay. They went in and took these girls and took food and everything, because obviously they are hemmed in somewhere.
Yes.
And so they need food, and took them away. So what are we talking about? You know, they shouldn't come. Is there something else that they are hiding? Is this, because let me tell you one thing, the can of worms are going to open, because when international community comes in, they are not haphazard like we are. And they have nothing to hide.
And you know, one of the things that people forget is, you know, Boko Haram they live there. They're part of the community. So sometimes, again, they are members of the community, or they're people that they know. You know, some sort
and they know.
And they know. So there's
them.
that intertwining. So getting people that are completely objective, in my opinion, is the best thing.
It's the best
because
thing.
You see, they don't have any. I don't have any relation there. So therefore, I'm coming here to deal with the situation. And what people forget is, sometimes when you do ask for help, is look, I'm asking for Laila's help now. Laila, I have this problem. I have this situation. Laila is coming in for a while.
For a while.
It's not forever and ever. It shouldn't be forever and ever, because apparently you've had this situation for a long time. You couldn't deal with it. You couldn't think that there were experts in your community. There are many Nigerians in diaspora that have this expertise, for God's sake. My brother is in the United States Army. They could ask them, but no. You want to solve it yourself. You want to do this. You want to do that.
Even I think the fears of the northern elders or the people who have reservations is entirely misplaced. Because Nigeria has no military pact with any of these countries. They're just coming in just for this exercise, rescue mission, and help us to put an end to the Boko Haram menace.
They can offer.
So every mother is for it.
Yes.
Yeah, so
what would you have us
Islamic
do?
leader
Most
is
of
not
us.
for it.
I'm sorry, you're overruled.
yeah, they're overruled.
These are
You
the leaders.
are overruled.
These are the emirs. These
The
are
federal
the
government
leaders of
has
the
accepted.
Here's
No,
the thing.
no,
There's
here's
nothing
the
they
thing.
can
Here's the thing. If they have an alternative
Solution.
and a solution that
To
would
bring
will
back
say,
those
look, you know
girls
what?
now.
Hold your troops.
We will.
Tomorrow these girls will come out.
Why haven't they
Because
used
the point is,
if they had alternative?
No, but you see, they can't
let me
use it
read
because
this
if
to
they
you,
use
ma'am.
it now,
It's
it
against
shows something
themselves.
is wrong.
Mom, let me read this to you.
Okay.
Northern elders oppose the use of force to get the girls back. They say they want the deployment of foreign troops to the northeast to stop with immediate effect.
Oh, yeah.
Hold on. They claim to be reaching out to Abubakar Shekau, the leader of the gang,
So they have
who
known
came
him all
out.
along.
So this is negotiation, huh?
So negotiation has started, so they know.
This is what we're saying.
Why didn't they negotiate
Abubakar
before
Shekau
today?
can help us secure the release of the girls. After all, he's
You
the
don't
one holding them.
negotiate with a terrorist. If you
Are
listen,
they?
listen,
Are they?
Yeah, terrorists.
they are
Oh,
terrorists.
no.
Yeah.
Nigerian mothers agree they're terrorists.
No, listen, listen.
Okay.
When you cross into a place and actually bring arms, steal, maim, destroy,
Forcefully.
and forcefully get things away, that is telling the people that we are at war. So it's like as if they are pushing you to come out,
Yeah.
and you are not. You understand? Now, if the Northern Elders, with all due respect, we've been asking. One of the things that we spoke about, even when the Nigerian Women Mourn came out, was where are the voices of the Northern Elders? This is since March 6th. Where are the voices? Why did they not stand up when these boys were slaughtered?
Yeah.
Everybody saw
Yeah,
it.
it's good.
And 25 girls were taken away on that same day. Why did they not speak out? They didn't say anything. Now this has happened 3 weeks later, when now foreign troops are coming in or foreign help is coming in. Now they say stop, we can negotiate. Come on. 3 weeks
late, it's
later,
too late.
they now speak.
But you know, let's put this
Oh,
in perspective, please.
just
Fecheyi.
please.
Look, it is not only Borno.
It's not only Borno.
It was Kaduna. How many
Kaduna
years
yesterday was bombed.
ago? It was
Wukari,
just. It was
Adamawa.
Wukari,
It was
Adamawa, all of
Kanu.
these areas.
It was
Yes.
Kanu. A couple.
Kaduna was
months back.
yesterday.
Let us calculate the amount of people who have died.
About 10,000.
Nameless
It's a plus.
faces. Nameless faces.
What about
now,
things?
one of the things that again these people should look at is, okay, fine, you want to negotiate with Abubakar Shekau. Tomorrow, another group now will start their own and say, okay, we're
Yes.
waiting for Tinubu to come and negotiate with us. Next month, another one will start in the east and say, oh, we're waiting for people. It doesn't work that
It
way.
doesn't work
You don't
that
take
way.
such things into your hand. And you know what? When you start inflicting on the human rights of other people, then I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's a-
Bring in the troops.
Oh, that's what we're
So I
saying.
think the
Yeah.
presidency has accepted. So
Indeed,
I mean,
indeed.
it's
No,
too
he's
late.
saying
The
that
presidency
the
has accepted.
Northern Elders are saying as of today that there is no need for the troops to come in, that they
You know
will
what?
negotiate.
They are
That's why I said,
overruled. Let them
why
not even
did
go there.
they not 3 weeks, for God's sake?
No,
we are
it's too
mothers.
late.
Do they
It's
know?
too late.
Those girls have been ravaged, have
Oh,
been
yes.
as a psychologist. That is why I said, even before those girls come in, they should talk to us. Let us begin to mobilize and get the parents prepared psychologically on how to handle these children when they come in, because they are so psychologically traumatized, and there are a lot of them there. Like I said, reading through and human rights, it's been happening. So they are so traumatized to the point where they are not saying anything.
Yeah.
So it's not as if they are not cooperating. They are deflated, dejected, they don't know what to do, and so they are just praying. Somebody said, why are you praying? I said, prayer, whoever we are, Muslims, Christians, everybody must pray. You understand? And that is what has brought these people in. Why 3 weeks later? Please, it's even embarrassing that they are coming out, because by saying that, it gives a whole
New that's something.
meaning.
It's some
I
sinister.
mean, would you think there is a
some
political
sinister.
dimension to this that is making all of this? No, don't go in. Let's wait. Let the people not come in yet.
That means they don't have
Is there a
respect
political
for the
dimension to it?
They're playing
There
with
might
people's
be.
lives.
There might be. But what is important now is that the government has accepted, and government's first priority or government duty.
Yes.
Security is a priority. Once the commander-in-chief has accepted,
That's it.
It's just too
Everything
late.
else is over.
Everybody else should be happy with
They
it.
just have to key into it.
But you know,
or maybe they
But
have
there's something
maybe
else.
but you
there's
know,
a
but you know what,
hidden
Shay,
agenda
yes,
somewhere.
you know what? What
You
this,
know,
what
this is
all, what all
amazing.
this does to me or say for me, and we have been singing it about good governance, accountability. People should start holding their leaders to account. It's not enough to say, oh, our leaders have spoken. No, you should start. You know, you should start
Speaking,
demanding.
yeah.
If the elders are only now coming
Now,
and saying that,
saying they will
then the people
negotiate.
that they are supposed to be elders about should take them on and say no.
Where were they when
Where were they?
Mohammed Shua was killed?
Oh,
In that same Borno
and
State.
a lot of northern
A lot of-
vocal people.
I mean,
were killed.
Shua was not in politics.
No, he wasn't.
He wasn't in politics.
And he's a member of this
He's
Northern
He's a
Elders.
member of the
Northern
elders group.
And one thing people are saying is that why are they not speaking up? Because by not speaking up, are they condoning the fact that
Yeah.
Shekau is saying this is Islamic, whereas all over the world, it was on CNN, that was a topic this morning, that why are the Muslims all over not condemning this blatant speech, that the video going viral? Why are they not?
Let me hold you there, man, because we're going to take a short break, but we'll come back and discuss even more about the abducted girls and the search that is continuing. And of course, the search is taking a new dimension because it is out of the hands of our JTF. But some of us are still saying no. Is there a political dimension to that? We'll come back and dig deep into that with our mothers in the studio. I am Shay Martins. Let's hold a while for the news in a moment.
From time immemorial, women have birthed life, shaped character, and by extension, influenced the society. Moremi of Ife, Emoten of Benin, Queen Aminat of Zaria, all women of influence and power.
Whether it's before election, after election.
How ironical. Women being so powerful, yet have few grounds in decision making.
They see you as a wife, and I see you as a wife to a man.
We are talking women in politics.
A woman will be bold enough to stand up and say, I want to become president of Nigeria.
Only on Core TV News.